Welcome to our cyberbullying presentation video for parents. I'm Sarah Thompson. Kathy Wynn and I are prevention specialists for the School District of Lee County. Students now live at a time of instant access to cell phones and other internet devices that open the door to exciting new ways of learning and socializing. However, this access can present new challenges for parents, like cyberbullying. The definition of cyberbullying is to repeatedly and intentionally harass, mistreat, or make fun of another person using any internet-enabled device. As more kids have phones and round-the-clock internet access, the odds of being cyberbullied or cyberbullying others is increasing. 30.4% of Lee County middle and high school students reported having been cyberbullied in 2020. That is a 322% increase from 2014, where 7.2% of Lee County students reported being cyberbullied, and 13.6% of them reported cyberbullying others in 2020. That is a 258% increase from 2014, where 3.8% of Lee County students reported being cyberbullied. Examples of cyberbullying include harassing others with repeated mean posts or messages, purposely excluding or blocking others from online events, making fake posts under someone else's account, or creating a fake profile using another person's name or image, and stalking. Most types of bullying decrease as students get older, but cyberbullying increases, and cyberbullying among females is greater than among males. In Lee County, 40.4% of female students reported being cyberbullied compared to 21.1% of male students. The methods of cyberbullying also differs between girls and boys. Girls commonly report that others are spreading rumors about them online, while boys are more likely to report that someone online threatened to hurt them. Social media apps have made cyberbullying easier. In 2019, Ditch the Label, an anti-bullying organization, surveyed more than 10,000 people aged 12 to 20. They found more youths experience cyberbullying on Instagram than any other platform, with Facebook and Snapchat ranked second and third. Inappropriate or mean posts, uploading embarrassing videos and images, and creating fake profiles are just some of the ways these apps can be used to cyberbully. In addition, the wide availability of photo editing software makes posting a digitally altered image another way to harass someone. For instance, a photo could be altered to make it appear that someone is doing something that they aren't, like vaping or drinking.
Cyberbullying is different than other types of bullying. It can include a much wider audience, happen anytime, affect targets anywhere from school to their bedrooms, and can quickly escalate due to people sharing or commenting on the bullying posts. Online posts and images can be permanent through screenshots, even if they're reported and removed. In addition, it's difficult for adults, like teachers, parents, or guardians, to detect unless someone tells them about it. The Ditch the Label survey also asked students who were cyberbullied to identify what problems arose from being cyberbullied. Issues mentioned included abuse of alcohol and/or other drugs, skipping class, engaging in self-harm, having suicidal thoughts, and developing depression and social anxiety. There are many reasons why people cyberbully. They include a desire to gain attention and social standing, to feel powerful, to hurt a friend they are angry with, teasing among friends that gets serious and becomes out of control, or because they themselves were bullied or cyberbullied in the past. The following video will show you some signs that could indicate that your child is cyberbullying others.
Here are 4 things to watch out for if you think your kid might be cyberbullying. Number 1. Behavior changes. A kid who bullies is typically in some kind of crisis. If your normally happy kid turns grumpy, aggressive, or defiant, it may be something deeper than the typical tween-teen ups and downs. Number 2. Slipping grades. When schoolwork suffers or is inconsistent, it could be an outward sign of inner distress. If necessary, enlist the help of teachers or other family members. Number 3. Secretive or evasive behavior. Does your kid hide their phone or close their laptop when you're around? A need for privacy is natural, but trust your gut if it seems excessive or defensive. And number 4, multiple accounts. If your kid has several online profiles for a single social network, they might be trying to disguise their activities. If you become aware of this, focus on supporting your kid and helping them sort out their issues, and follow through with natural consequences, not harsh punishment. For more tips, visit us at commonsensemedia.org.
69% of young people who admitted to cyberbullying also reported bullying in person. And 83% of students who reported having been cyberbullied in the past also reported being bullied in person. The greater the number of bystanders, the less likely it is that anyone will help. This is known as the bystander effect, or bystander apathy, a social psychological phenomenon in which individuals are less likely to offer help to a victim when other people are present. This explains why often no one intervenes, even when cyberbullying is witnessed by others. But the fact is that the more peers that defend the target, the better. 57% of bullying situations stop in 10 seconds when one peer intervenes. 80% of bullying situations stop in 10 seconds when 2 peers intervene. 90% of bullying situations stop in 10 seconds when 3 peers intervene. This video shows how important peer intervention is.
Just making sure you're up. 5 more minutes. Becca, let's go. Say cheese.
That was so cheeky. Oh my god. Oh my
god. Amanda, stop. She's done nothing to you. Get out of here. Go. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Though it is necessary for adults to step in sometimes, peers helping peers is truly the best way to stop all types of bullying. If there is little social reward for the person bullying and pushback from other peers, it is much more likely to stop. We can encourage kids to have each other's backs and to remind each other how a post, comment, or shared picture might affect someone else. The following video gives parents information about cyberbullying and tips on how to help children learn to be upstanders.
Texting, sharing photos, instant messaging. This is how so many of today's kids socialize. But they can also use these digital tools to threaten, gang up on, and cyberbully other kids. What you may not realize about cyberbullying is that it's not always just one bully and one victim. Often, many other kids are present too. Some stand by silently, some join in, and some may even stand up for the bully. Experts say that kids standing up for other kids is one of the single most powerful ways to stop cyberbullying. So how can you help your kids learn to be upstanders? First, teach respect. Kids' online communication is often purposely vague. Your best bet is to teach them how to text, IM, and post respectfully and responsibly. And if they say something inappropriate online, then make sure that they apologize immediately. Second, encourage empathy. Ask your kids to put themselves in another person's shoes. If they can understand what someone else is going through, then they're far less likely to bully another person or to watch quietly as others get bullied. Finally, tell them to speak up. Encourage your kids to let an adult know what's actually happening. If they don't feel comfortable confiding in you, then let them know that they can also talk to a teacher or any other trusted adult. The bottom line is to never say or never do something online or in a text message that you wouldn't say or do in person. For more tips and advice, please check out our mobile app or visit us at commonsense.org. I'm Jim Steyer.
You can help your child be an upstander by encouraging them to speak up if they see or hear about someone being cyberbullied. All bullying is about power and control, which often causes targets to feel powerless. There are many reasons why a target of cyberbullying may stay silent. For many kids, being cyberbullied creates feelings of intense shame and embarrassment. They may think that if they tell someone, the person bullying them will retaliate, making things worse. Targets of bullying also may be afraid that no one will believe them, so they may just suffer in silence. Often, they are more afraid of being labeled a snitch for reporting the bullying than they are about enduring more abuse. And since children are often told to work it out when they have a conflict with each other, they might assume adults expect them to deal with bullying themselves. And many kids won't share that they are being cyberbullied because they are afraid their electronic devices will be taken away. Although anyone can be a target of cyberbullying, students who are LGBTQ, have disabilities, are foreign-born, or even just physically or socially awkward may be perceived as different from their peers and less able to defend themselves. Although these students are at increased risk, this does not mean that they will be bullied.
The signs of cyberbullying can overlap with what's considered typical behavior for your child's age group. Some warning signs to look for include being anxious, upset, sad, or angry during or after being online or using their phone. They might be more secretive about what they are doing online, or they are glued to their device more than usual. Or maybe they suddenly stop using their phone or going online. If you notice one or more of these signs, it is a good idea to ask them about it. So what can parents do to prevent cyberbullying? Parents, you can help reduce the negative effects of cyberbullying by talking with your child about it early and often. Teach empathy by helping your child see others' perspectives. Stay involved with your child's digital life by occasional spot checks and developing a family plan for internet use that includes device-free times and zones. Model good digital citizenship. One way to show them how they should treat others online is by asking your child if it's okay to post pictures of them. This video gives parents important tips to share with their kids about how to deal with cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying, whether it's done online or over a cell phone, can take families by surprise. But if your kids are texting, sharing photos, and posting comments, it's important to have a conversation with them about what to do if they become a target of online harassment. Here are 5 tips to share with your kids about dealing with cyberbullies. First, don't respond or retaliate. If you're angry or hurt, you might say things you'll regret later. Plus, retaliation only prolongs the problem and doesn't solve it. Second, block the bully. Block phone numbers, screen names, and email addresses, and remove the person from your buddy or friends list. Third, save the evidence. Print out or take screenshots of abusive messages and keep them as proof. Fourth, report it. Most websites have rules against cyberbullying. You can usually find information on how to report abuse in the site's community guidelines. And finally, tell a trusted adult. Telling a teacher or a parent isn't tattling, it's standing up for yourself. And even if the bullying occurs online, your school probably has rules against it. For more cyberbullying prevention tips and advice, visit us at commonsense.org.
Florida Statute 1006.147, also known as the Jeffrey Johnston Stand Up for All Students Act, became a Florida law in June 2008. It was named for a student who died by suicide in 2005 after being targeted by a cyberbully for more than 3 years, and it includes a ban on cyberbullying. The Jeffrey Johnston Stand Up for All Students Act requires Florida school districts to adopt an official policy prohibiting bullying and harassment of students and staff on school grounds, at school-sponsored events, and through school computer networks. The School Board of Lee County's Policy 4.14 states the guidelines for the identification and reporting of bullying and the expectations for behavior, procedures, and consequences regarding bullying and harassment. This policy states the School District of Lee County will not tolerate any form of bullying or harassment between students and/or adults on our school campuses. The ways to report are: contact the school by phone or email to make a report to school personnel, or you can go to the school and make a report in person, or you can complete the bullying report form found on leeschools.net and submit it to the school. Thank you for watching and for supporting our cyberbullying prevention efforts.